Hello friends, this is Ganesh. Please watch my previous videos using the link provided in the description. In this video, we are going to see how to create and restore MySQL database dumps and few join operations. First, we will check what are the databases available in the server. Show databases will give you the list of databases. Here I have logged in using test user, so we have only demo available for that user. We need to switch to the database using the command use and then the database name. Okay, we have now switched to the database demo. Now we will list the tables in the database using the command show tables. We have 4 tables. One is district, another one is pet, another is product, another one is sales. We will describe the tables which we are going to use in this video. First, I am going to describe the table district. This table contains 2 columns. One is ID, it is a primary key, and another one is name. So the table district will have only 2 columns. The ID column is an auto increment column. The next one is product. This also contains only 2 columns. One is ID and another one is name. The same way, the ID is the primary key and it is auto increment. The next one is sales. This table contains 6 columns. The ID column is auto increment and it is the primary key. The product ID and district ID, the product underscore ID and district underscore ID are the columns, foreign key columns, which will refer the tables district and product IDs respectively. We will see how the joins will work based on the primary key and foreign key columns. First, we will see the data in each of the tables. Select star from district. It will show the list of rows available for the district table. We have 10 rows. It means we have 10 districts available in the district table. The next one is product. In product table we have 10 rows. Each one represents a product. Then you will see the sales table. It contains 16 rows. It has the product ID and district ID with the store name and the amount and the sales date. We will apply joins with these 3 tables. First, we will see inner join. I have the query already available with me, so I'm going to copy paste that query. This query will be used to find unique stores in different districts using inner join. Here we have executed query which contains two tables, sales and districts. We have given a alias name for sales as S and alias name for district as D. We join both these tables using the ID columns, district underscore ID from sales table and ID from the district table. Here ID is the key which is being referred in the sales table with the column district underscore ID. So from the result what we could find, we have store name which is the alias name provided for the store name column, and the district name is the alias name provided for the column name in the district table. We have ordered the result by store name, so the result has been ordered by store name. Here we have not used the group by column, so we have two rows for Chennai district. If we use group by, we will get only one row. I will copy and paste the command for that. Here I have used group by using the columns store name and district name, so we are getting only one value for the district names. This is how we get the unique stores in different districts using in join. The next query is to find districts without any sales using left join. Copying it again. We have got some error. I will copy it again and paste it. We are getting some error. Check the manual corresponding to MySQL version. Okay, we have comma percent before the from, so we are getting error. We will correct that and we will execute it again. Yes, we got the result which shows the districts without any sales using left join. We have done left join with district table and sales table. It means we will get all the rows from the table, district, and null for the rows if there is no matching for the district ID column in sales table. For Ariyalur and Perambalur, we don't have any rows in sales table, so we are getting null. We will validate that. We are going to check what are the IDs for Ariyalur and Perambalur. 1 and 2 are the IDs for Ariyalur and Perambalur. Now we are going to check the sales table whether we have any row with district ID as 1 and 2. We are going to pass the condition in where class to get the expected result. Here we have passed district ID in 1, 2. We got empty set. It means we don't have any rows in sales table. So we are getting null for the store name, which is being retrieved from the sales table. Yes, S is the alias for the sales table. Here we could find the alias name for sales. Next we are going to find products which are not sold in any store. I am going to copy the query and execute it again. Here I have executed a query to find products which are not sold in any store. We got store name as null where the specific product is not sold. We used right join to achieve this result. At the right side of the condition we have product and left side we have sales. So the query will fetch all the data related to product and only matching rows from the sales. We are matching it using product ID from the sales and ID from the product column. So we will validate the product ID and use the same IDs in the sales table to find whether we have any entry in sales table. First we will validate the IDs for the products which are getting null values. Okay, we could find ID 1, 2, 5, 9, 10. Airtel washing powder, Colgate toothpaste, third one is Himalaya hand wash, fourth one is Pepsodent toothpaste, fifth one is Savlon hand wash. These are the IDs for the respective product which is having null in the store name. Now we are going to validate these IDs in the sales table. I'm going to copy paste I have executed the command with the product ID from the sales table. We got empty set. So these products are not sold in any market, any store. So we are getting null. We achieved this using right join. right join will only fetch results for the table on the right and null for non-matching values in the left table. Next, we are going to see how to create a dump. First, we will exit from MySQL. Then we will log in as sudo user. Now we have logged in as root user to the MySQL server. We will show databases available. It is showing demo in the demo hive, Metastore, MySQL and other databases. We are going to drop the database demo. Show databases. Since we have 4 tables in demo database, it shows 4 rows affected. Now we don't have the database demo available in our server. Now we are going to create dump using utility MySQL dump. Okay, here I have already created a dump. I'm going to remove that. Then I'm going to create a dump for the demo. Sorry, I have removed the database. I should have kept it. We will see how to create a dump using the MySQL dump utility. I will execute the required command. This is the command MySQL dump with user test and database demo, and -p is the option to provide the password. We will execute this. We need to provide password. We got error since we have deleted the demo database already. Next, we are going to see how to restore a existing dump script using the MySQL command. I'm going to execute the command which is required to restore the MySQL database dump. This is the database dump which I already have. I'm going to execute this command. This got executed. Since we do not have any file in this location, we will check the file. We don't have any scripts available in the file since we already deleted the database. I have closed the file. If we have a valid dump, it will get restored and we could see the data available. I will update the format of this dump in the description. Thank you. Have a good day.